So to start, how do you view your role as a coach now?
Coaching is teaching. It's really trying to help people go to a place they can't go by themselves. And I learned that from my piano teacher. My piano teacher, I thought I could teach myself how to play piano. That lasted 2 weeks. And then I got a great teacher, a fabulous teacher. And I was making CDs within a year. And people said, oh, wow, how'd you do this? And I said, I have a great teacher. And what I realized was she was able to take me to a place that I couldn't get by myself. And that's what I try to do with the players on our team.
That's really powerful. How do you do that? How do you motivate your players?
Even as a coach, I was thinking about this today, Shannon, knowing we were going to talk about it. I think that I have done better when I've had administrators that I know care about me and that I know they're invested in me and I know that they are behind me 100%. So I think more than anything, I want the players I work with to feel that I have their back, that I want to help them reach their goals and be the best they can be.
The new head coach, who was your assistant coach for a long time, Kate Pay, she said that you're often referred to as the velvet hammer, that you can deliver a harsh message in a kind way. Do you relate to that?
I don't know. I mean, I think I try to be honest and direct as much as possible, but a lot of what you're able to say to someone is based on the relationship you have with them. So the deeper relationship you have, the more connected you are, the more you can coach them. I knew Kate when she was 11 years old, so she got the hammer. She didn't get the velvet one. But it was, I think that that's pretty much, I think that's a great compliment that she had. But, if you're in the game, you can't really sugarcoat stuff. You can't say, well, no, Shannon, let's hope you sprint back this time and guard someone, No, you got to sprint back and guard somebody. So, it's really, I think, being direct and making people look good. That's my job.
Mm-hmm. I've read, too, that you've lost your cool once, that you decided you were back in the locker room. You decided, okay, I'm going to yell at the team. I've got to get them going. We got to win this game. And you won. And then afterwards, you're like, well, that's not how I want to lead. How do you motivate people if you aren't, you're direct, but
yeah.
Tell us more about that.
I realized that wasn't who I wanted to be. And I think more than anything, I want to be a coach that my sister would want to play for or that I want to play for. And I think it's very applicable to especially, a lot of the business and future business leaders that are sitting here. High performance, was low when I didn't feel supported. And that was something that I really felt that, instead of people feeling not seen, irrelevant, a cog in the wheel, these are the comments that were made, I would just like to say that, going forward for me, and also I want to encourage you, and this is kind of coming up to one of your other questions, is that we can do better.
What are some other tactics that you use to build this strong culture you're talking about that we could think about as we're leading teams in the future as well?
Coaching, and if you've ever been on a team or if you've really watched a successful team, there's this great connection and the relationships. But some things don't always go the way that you want them to, and you have to be direct and you have to make changes. You have to be able to make adjustments. And I think that more than anything is people really wanting and giving themselves up, being unselfish, being mature. And I use the the phrase being a great teammate, and that a great teammate is someone really special. Very few teams have players that are really excited for someone else doing well. And that they don't, I use the analogy with our team of an orchestra, that we're all playing instruments, and sometimes you're just keeping the beat, but sometimes it's going to be your solo. And that you're happy for someone else when they have a solo. And if they flub up, then you're there to help them and you're encouraging them. And we worked with a former freshman dean at Stanford, Julie Lythcott-Hames, who was awesome. We worked with a happiness professor at Stanford, Fred Luskin. So kind of bringing in some other resources just to give our team the best chance of #having the best year ever and really having fun.